Hey, Elliot. Got a minute? I need to talk to you about something.
Lainey? Yeah, I've got some time. What's on your mind?
Did you hear about the announcement?
Announcement? What announcement?
The one from the kindergarten. They're having a performance this Saturday. Don't tell me you didn't know.
Oh, that. Yeah, I know about it. You sounded so serious, I thought it was something bad. So, what about the performance?
Huh, that's a pretty casual reaction. You make it sound like it's no big deal. I'm kind of cold, don't you think? It's the kid's big moment, and you're acting like it's nothing.
That's not true. The way you started the conversation threw me off. I thought something was wrong. Of course I'm excited about the performance.
Oh, really? Well, I'd hope so.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, Amy's playing the lead role, right? Of course you're excited.
So you knew. But listen, it's not like I'm excited just because she's the lead. I'd be proud of her no matter what role she's playing.
Oh, please, don't act like you're above all that.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
Come on, everyone knows being the lead is better than some background role. Don't pretend you don't care about that.
Don't put words in my mouth. That's not how I feel.
Oh, yeah? So you're saying you wouldn't mind if Amy weren't the lead?
Exactly. As long as the kids enjoy themselves, that's what matters most.
Then let Cam take the lead.
What?
I'm saying let Cam take the lead role. If it doesn't matter to you, then it shouldn't be a problem, right?
Are you serious? That's impossible.
See, I knew it. You're just pretending it's not a big deal, but deep down you don't want to give it up.
That's not what I meant. Look, it's not something we can just decide ourselves. The teachers are the ones who assign the roles.
I'm not asking you to change things yourself. All you have to do is tell the teacher that Amy wants to give up the role for Cam. Easy, right?
That's ridiculous. And no, I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Because Amy's been working hard on this for weeks. She's excited about it. You can't just expect her to step aside. And anyway, did Cam even say she wanted the lead? I don't recall her being the type to throw a fit about this kind of thing.
Of course Cam wouldn't whine about it. But when I heard about the performance, I asked Kay what role Cam had, and she told me Cam wasn't the lead. So obviously Cam must have wanted it.
Well, that sounds like you're just assuming things. Either way, I'm not asking Amy to give up her role. You'll have to let it go.
Come on, just let him have it. You said the role didn't matter, but clearly you're just pretending.
That's not fair. I said I didn't care about what role Amy got, but what Amy feels is a different story. Can you understand that? Why are you so fixated on this?
Because Cam's better suited to the role. She's cuter and she's smart enough to pick up the lines quickly. She's perfect for it.
You're seriously making this about looks?
It's not just that. Cam's charming. She's the type that people naturally want to watch on stage. Don't you get it? She deserves the spotlight.
I think we're done here. Goodbye.
Wait, you can't just walk away. Listen, I already told my parents about the performance. They're flying in to watch Cam, and if she's not the lead, it's going to be embarrassing.
That's not my problem. I doubt your parents will throw a fit just because Cam's not the lead in a kindergarten play.
You don't know that. Look, just do this one thing for me. Tell the teacher Amy's giving up the role. Otherwise...
Otherwise what?
Otherwise, I'll start telling everyone that Amy stole the role from Cam. I'll make sure all the moms know that Cam was supposed to get the lead, but your family forced her out of it.
Are you serious right now? You'd really stoop that low?
Try me. If you don't give up that role, I'll make sure your family's completely isolated. No more playdates, no more invitations to parties. You'll be an outcast.
You know what? Fine. Go ahead. Tell whoever you want. No one's going to believe you.
Oh, they will. People love a good story, especially one where the bad guy is easy to point out. Just imagine what they'll say when I tell them how Amy's parents pressured the teacher to pick her over Cam.
I'm not playing this game with you. I already sent screenshots of this conversation to the mom group.
Excuse me?
I'm not kidding. I screenshotted the whole thing. Everyone's going to know how you refused to let Cam have a chance, even after I begged you nicely. I'll make sure they know you're selfish, entitled, and only care about your kid being the star.
Huh?
The mom group. Didn't you get a notification?
Mom group? What's that? I've never heard of it.
Oh, you weren't invited? Well, that's unfortunate.
What? So I'm the only one left out? That's horrible!
Yeah, must have been some kind of oversight. Oh, wait, since you're feeling left out, let me fill you in on how everyone reacted after I posted our little chat.
Wait, what do you mean posted?
I shared our conversation with the mom group, figured they should know about what's been going on.
You what? Why would you do that?
Because you were threatening to spread lies about Amy. You said you'd tell everyone that Amy stole Cam's role, so I figured, well, better show everyone the truth first.
But what did they say?
Let me read some of the comments for you. Lainey's acting ridiculous again. Honestly, she's probably better off not being in the group. She doesn't even seem to care about her own kids' feelings. Did she even ask Cam what she wanted? Maybe that's why she didn't know about the performance until now. And now she's threatening people just to make herself look better? Wow.
What is this?
Exactly what I said. It's how the other moms reacted after seeing our conversation.
But why is everyone saying such awful things about me?
Well, for starters, the roles for the play were decided weeks ago. The kids have been practicing for a long time. Memorizing lines takes time, after all. You only just found out about it because you weren't paying attention. If you'd been listening to Cam, you'd have known much sooner.
Cam never told me. Oh, come to think of it, she didn't even want me to read the announcement flyer.
Maybe that's because she knew how you'd react.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, look at how you've been acting. Going on and on about how only the lead role matters, like anything else is worthless. Can you blame Cam for not wanting to tell you she didn't get the lead? Why would she want to hear her own mother belittling her role?
That's not fair. I didn't know.
Actually, Cam chose her role herself. The kids volunteered for their parts, and Cam put her hand up right away for the role she's playing. One of the teachers mentioned it when I was helping out the other day.
What? No one told me that!
Let me guess. You heard the name of the play, assumed there was a princess role, and asked Cam if that's what she was playing. When she said no, you jumped to conclusions. Sounds about right? I thought so. Cam's not upset about her role. You are. Honestly, I think she's excited about her part. She's been working hard on her lines, and I heard she's doing a fantastic job.
But if Cam wanted that role so badly...
She didn't. Cam picked her role because she liked it. And for the record, the lead role wasn't just handed to Amy. A bunch of kids volunteered for it, and they ended up deciding with a game of rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yep, 3 kids ended up sharing the role.
3?
Wait, you didn't know that either? No wonder you've been so fixated on this. I was starting to wonder why you were only coming after me about this. Well, guess that clears things up. The other 2 kids probably just aren't close to Cam, so their names never came up.
Why would they need 3 kids for one role?
Because the lead role has way more lines than the others. It's too much for one child to handle alone. Splitting it 3 ways makes it manageable.
Then what was the point of this whole conversation?
I don't know. Were you hoping to brag about Cam standing out and stealing the spotlight? Sounds like you were more worried about how things looked than how Cam actually felt. Honestly, I feel bad for her.
That's not true. I just wanted her to have a chance to shine.
By forcing her into a role she didn't even want? That's not supporting her, Lainey. That's just feeding your own pride.
I wasn't trying to...
You know what? Forget it. Cam deserves better than this. She's a sweet kid, and she's already been working hard on the role she chose. You pushing her into something else just because you're worried about what your parents will think, that's not fair to her.
I'm not pushing her.
Aren't you? Cam's been practicing quietly this whole time, and you didn't even know. If she wanted the princess role so badly, don't you think she'd have told you herself? Instead, she didn't even want you to see the flyer. Doesn't that tell you something? Look, I get it. You're proud of Cam. You want her to stand out, to be the star. But you're so caught up in that you're ignoring what she wants.
I just wanted her to feel special.
She already does. You should have seen her the other day showing off her costume to the teachers. She was beaming. You know why? Because she's playing the role she wanted, and she's good at it.
I didn't know.
Of course you don't. You were too busy trying to get her something she didn't even want.
I didn't mean to make things worse for her.
Then fix it. Talk to Cam. Ask her about her role. Really listen this time. Because right now you're the one making her feel like she's not enough.
What if she's disappointed? What if she really did want the lead and she just didn't tell me?
If that's the case, then be there for her. But I think you'll find she's proud of what she's doing. Cam's stronger than you're giving her credit for.
I'll talk to her.
Good, because honestly, she deserves a mom who's cheering her on, not one who's fighting battles she never asked her to.
I messed up, didn't I?
Yeah, but it's not too late to fix it. Just let Cam be Cam. That's all she's asking for. On the day of the performance, the children were eagerly and happily preparing for the play. Their faces lit up with excitement as they rehearsed their lines and movements. It was clear that they had been working hard and were looking forward to showcasing their efforts. The stage was set and the atmosphere was filled with a sense of anticipation and joy. They couldn't wait for their moment to shine, and it was heartwarming to see how much they had invested in making the performance a success. Among them was Amy, who, like the others, had her own set of nerves and excitement. Cam, too, was full of energy, but there was an added weight on her mind. Although the children were all focused on their roles and rehearsing in their own way, for Amy and Cam, the day held a mix of emotions, especially after what happened earlier. After the performance came to an end, everyone was buzzing with excitement. It had been a success, and the children had done a remarkable job. The applause from the audience was loud and full of admiration, and it was clear that the hard work they had put into the play had paid off. Amy and Cam, along with the other children, felt a sense of accomplishment. It was a moment that they would remember, a culmination of their efforts, and it felt like a small victory. However, after the event, as the crowds began to thin and parents started to gather their children, something unexpected happened. Cam's grandparents, her father's parents, approached her. They were warm and welcoming, but there was a noticeable tension in the air. It wasn't the usual cheerful greeting one might expect from family members, but rather a conversation that carried an undercurrent of discomfort and a certain weight of responsibility. Cam had known that something was off, but she hadn't anticipated what they were about to say. Her grandparents began by acknowledging the performance, but their words soon took a more serious turn. They made it clear that they knew about the trouble Cam had caused in the past. Specifically, they brought up the incident where Cam had caused some problems and the fact that she made things difficult for people around her. The conversation then shifted to the apology Cam had made, or rather the apology she hadn't made in the way they thought was necessary. Her grandparents expressed their concerns about the way Cam had handled things and the impact it had on everyone involved, especially her friends and those who had been affected by her actions. They made it clear that they felt Cam needed to reflect on what she had done and make amends, but that there was still a long road ahead before things could be set right. It didn't end there. The conversation continued to delve into the difficult territory of her behavior, with the grandparents pointing out how Cam's actions had caused discomfort not only for the people directly involved, but also for others who had been a part of their social circle. Her friends had been put in an awkward position, and some of them had been hurt by her behavior. It was a harsh reality that Cam had to face, but she knew deep down that the truth of the matter couldn't be ignored. As the conversation unfolded, her grandparents revealed the decision they had made in consultation with Cam's husband. They had decided that Cam should return to her parents' house for a while to reflect on her actions and figure out how to move forward. It wasn't an easy decision for them to make, but they felt it was necessary for Cam's well-being and the well-being of the family. They expressed concern about the way things had been going and wanted her to have the space to think things through and heal. Amy, standing by Cam's side, could see the sadness in her friend's eyes. Cam didn't speak much at first, as the weight of the situation seemed to settle in. The idea of leaving was difficult, and the thought of being separated from her own home was a hard pill to swallow. However, she understood why it had come to this point. It wasn't just about the mistakes she had made, it was about the broader consequences and the need for some time to reflect, grow, and rebuild relationships. Cam's grandparents, although firm in their decision, were not without compassion. They told Cam that they understood how hard it must be, and they reassured her that their love for her had not wavered. They had only made this decision because they believed it was the best thing for her, even if it didn't feel like it in the moment. They didn't want to push her away, but they felt that the time had come for Cam to face the consequences of her actions and take responsibility for them. Amy, despite the sadness she felt for Cam, could see that there was a sense of kindness in the way her grandparents were handling the situation. They weren't being punitive or harsh, rather they were offering Cam the opportunity to reflect and grow in a way that would help her become a better person in the long run. And though it was painful to hear, Amy understood that sometimes difficult decisions had to be made for the greater good. Cam, for her part, listened quietly, her mind racing with a mixture of emotions. She felt a deep sense of regret for the way things had turned out, but she also recognized that this was a chance for her to take a step back and make amends. Perhaps this separation would be the space she needed to clear her mind, to truly reflect on the mistakes she had made, and to find a way to move forward in a more positive direction. Her grandparents continued to speak kindly, even as they informed Cam that her return to her parents' home was inevitable. They spoke about how living with her grandparents might offer a fresh perspective and a supportive environment. They reassured her that despite the tough love they were showing, they only wanted what was best for her, and that she would have the chance to rebuild her relationship with everyone over time. Amy, though sad to see her friend in such a situation, couldn't help but think that perhaps this would be the best thing for Cam in the long run. The grandparents had always been warm and understanding, and the idea of Cam living with them for a while might be the healing process she needed. They would offer her the stability and support she required, and hopefully, in time, Cam would find a way to rebuild her life and restore the connections she had damaged. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Hey, wait a second. Why didn't you tell me about your third child? I had no idea, and now I hear this? Huh? What's going on all of a sudden? I just found out from your mom today. You're having a third child? Why didn't you tell me? Are you mocking me because I can't have kids? No, Jamie, that's not it at all. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. It's just that I heard you've been struggling with some gynecological issues recently, and the whole infertility thing came up. I didn't want to add to your stress, so I decided to hold off on sharing the news until you were in a more stable place emotionally. I was just trying to be considerate. That's a lie! You were mocking me, weren't you? You know, I didn't ask for this illness, right? I didn't want to be infertile. I've wanted kids for so long, and now you're telling me about your third child like it's no big deal? Hey, calm down. I just heard about it through the grapevine from my mom, and honestly, it's not like there's no hope left for you. There's still a chance. Don't worry. And besides, isn't your husband fully on board with the treatments now? No, it's never going to happen. My treatments are so hard, and no one knows when it will end. My husband doesn't really understand how tough it is. Everyone else around me can have kids easily, and I'm stuck trying for so long with nothing to show for it. I wanted to have kids while I was young, you know. I wanted a big family, and now it feels like it's slipping away. You're so lucky. You're just popping out babies one after the other, and I can't even get one. All right, calm down, okay? You're only 24, both you and your husband. There's still time, and it's not hopeless. If it's really hard for you, don't get mad at me. Talk to your husband. Work together. Figure things out as a couple, okay? I can't calm down. I want a baby now. If I can't have one, you should at least let me take one of yours. Come on, just give me your third child. I'll adopt them. Wait, what? Are you seriously asking me for my child? You're out of your mind. Why not? You've got 3 kids now. That's more than enough, right? If you don't need all of them, why don't you just give me one? I'll adopt them and it will be perfect. You'll be helping me and you won't even notice the difference. You've got the resources to raise 2 kids and I'll finally be able to stop struggling with infertility treatments. We both win. I swear I'll raise them with so much love and care. I won't let them feel like they're missing out on anything. What are you even saying? I didn't ask for any of this. I've been trying so hard for this third child and now you want me to just give them away? I have been through so much to get here, and you think it's that easy? I don't get it. You're just popping out kids like it's nothing while I've been stuck for so long trying to make my dream come true. I deserve one of your kids. I can raise them just as well as you can. It's the best option for both of us. And honestly, you don't even need a third one. You're fine with 2. No, I'm not giving you my child. I never said I didn't want them. I wanted this third child just as much as the first 2. You can't just ask for my kid like that. But it's so unfair. You're doing fine with your 2 kids, and I'm stuck in this never-ending cycle of treatments. This isn't about you needing a third kid. It's about me needing a chance to be a mom, too. I'm not asking for too much. Jamie, seriously, calm down. I can't just give you my child. What you're asking is unreasonable. This isn't some simple favor I can just do for you. I'm not going to sacrifice my own family like that for you. But I need this. I've wanted a child for so long, and I can't just keep waiting around, losing hope. You're my best friend. We've been through everything together, and now you're telling me I can't even have this one thing? This is not how it works, Jamie. This is not a simple request. If you want a child, you need to work through your situation with your husband, not try to take what's mine. No, I don't care anymore. I just want a baby. You're just being selfish. You've got your kids already, and I've got nothing. Just please listen to me. You're not thinking straight. You're acting out of desperation, but you can't just take someone else's child. That's not how family works. And you're not in the right state of mind right now. No, you're wrong. I'm fine. I'm doing this because I need this so badly. If you won't give me your child, then I'll figure it out myself. I'm getting one, even if I have to go through every option available. Okay, this isn't a solution. You need help, not a rash decision like this. Please think about what you're doing. You're not going to help me? Then I'll just do it on my own. I'm leaving now, and when I come back next weekend, I'll take that baby. You'll see. Everything will work out. Jamie, no, this is not okay. You need to stop right now.
Excuse me, is this Willow's number? This is Jamie's husband, Daniel.
Wait, you're Jamie's husband?
Yes, nice to meet you, though I'm sorry for the strange circumstances. I'm borrowing Jamie's phone to get in touch with you. Lately, she's been saying some really troubling things, and I'm honestly at a loss. She suddenly decided to stop her infertility treatments, and, well, she started talking about adopting your child. Your third child, to be specific.
What? What's she saying now? She's going on about adopting my third child? I don't even know how to process this. I'm sorry, I know this might sound strange, but please, can you do something? She won't stop, Daniel. She's already picked out a name for the child, Jack. I've told her 1,000 times that I don't want to give up my baby to her, and yet she keeps insisting that she'll come next weekend to take him. This is beyond the point of reason.
I can't even begin to explain how sorry I am for all of this. I only found out about her desire to adopt your child recently, and I've tried everything to get her to see sense. I've been speaking to her daily, but she won't listen. She's been going to baby stores for the past few days, buying all sorts of things: diapers, baby clothes, cribs, bottles, toys. She's even picked out a name for the baby, Jack. I don't know where she got it from. She's not just buying things, she's acting like she's already the mother. Every time I try to stop her, she gets frustrated and starts saying things that don't even make sense, and then the tantrums follow. I feel like I'm losing control of this whole situation.
Jack, what? You've got to be kidding me. My baby is a girl, Daniel. How could she do this? Why is she making all these decisions without even asking me? Jamie used to be a normal person. I don't understand what happened. I know we've had some rough patches, but this is something else entirely.
I know, I really do. It's been difficult to watch. Jamie's been struggling a lot with the infertility treatments. It's been mentally and physically exhausting for her. But it seems like she's lost touch with reality. I don't want to make excuses for her behavior, but it feels like she's trying to cope by escaping. She's putting all her hopes into this fantasy, this idea of adopting your baby. And I know it's not right to drag you into this, especially when you have your own family and life to manage. I'm really sorry that it's come to this.
I'm really scared, Daniel. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This whole situation is overwhelming me. I never thought Jamie would go this far. She's always been stubborn, but this is like she's lost herself. I feel like I'm being invaded, like my privacy and my family are under attack. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't even know where to go from here.
I understand, truly. I've been doing my best to control this situation, but I can't do it alone. It's hard because I've got my own work to focus on. But Jamie's becoming more and more fixated on this idea. I'm trying to prevent her from coming over, but it's not easy. I thought maybe it would be best for you to take a break from all this, go somewhere safe, away from the situation for a while, at least until Jamie calms down. You deserve some peace of mind, and this situation is anything but peaceful.
I see what you mean. You're right. I can't stay here, not with Jamie getting worse. It's just so unsettling. But where can I go? I don't want to be near Jamie, but I don't have many options. I can't stay here not knowing what she might do next. But at least if I go to my sister's, I'll feel a little safer. Jamie won't know where she lives, and I think that's the best option for now.
I think that's a good idea. You're absolutely right to be cautious. I'll keep doing my best to talk to Jamie and help her realize that she can't do this. I'll keep trying to calm her down, but she's being really difficult. Please don't feel bad about needing to step away from the situation for a while. This is about your safety and peace of mind.
Thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate you saying that. This whole thing has been so confusing. I never expected any of this. But now I need to think about what's best for my baby, and I have to protect her. I'll go to my sister's and stay there for now. I just hope Jamie realizes how out of line she's being before it's too late.
You're doing the right thing. I know this is a lot to handle, but we're in this together. I'll keep you updated on how things go with Jamie. I'll do everything I can to make sure she comes to her senses. I'm sorry that you have to go through this, but please know that you're not alone. We'll get through this somehow.
I really appreciate that, Daniel. I know this is hard for you, too. Please try to keep Jamie safe and help her calm down. I know she's been through a lot, but I just don't know how much more of this I can handle.
I promise I'll keep doing my best. I'll stay on top of it. And if you ever need anything or need help, just let me know. I'm so sorry for everything, and I'll do whatever it takes to help you get through this.
Thank you. I just want this to be over. I want peace for both of us.
We'll get there, I promise. Take care of yourself. We'll figure this out one step at a time.
Willow, where are you right now? Where's my baby? Where's Jack? Give him back to me, you kidnapper.
What? You really came to my house? This needs to stop right now, Jamie. I told you before, I'm not giving my child up for adoption. Stop making decisions on your own. Stop buying baby things and naming the child without asking. You can't just go ahead and plan everything like this.
You said you'd give him to me. Why are you turning your back on me now?
I never said I was giving my child away, not once. I don't understand why you're so fixated on my baby.
It's not fair. You've got 3 kids now, Willow. Why can't you just give me one of them? Why does everything come so easily for you? Why do you get to have children without any of the pain I'm going through? I want a baby too. I've been fighting for this. Why can't I have what you have? It's unfair.
Jamie, please. My sister wants to talk with you, all right? Just let her talk to you for a second, okay? It's Amber. I don't know if you remember me, but we used to play together when we were kids.
Yes, I remember. Please, you have to help me. Talk to Willow. She promised me. I'll take care of the baby. Daniel's against it, but I'll raise the child alone if I have to.
Jamie, Willow doesn't want to give up her baby. There was no prior promise of adoption. This sudden request is too much for anyone to process. Can you please just let it go? You have to accept that this isn't going to happen.
But she's already got 3 kids. Why can't she just give me one? Why is she so selfish? I just want to be a mom. Why does she get to have children without any of the struggles I'm facing?
Jamie, you can't just ask someone for their child like it's nothing. This is Willow's child, her flesh and blood. This isn't a decision that can be made lightly. Think about what you're asking. You can't demand someone's child because you feel entitled to it. You need to take a step back and reflect on your actions. You're not listening to anyone, and it's causing so much pain for everyone involved.
Shut up. You don't understand. I have been trying so hard to get pregnant, and I can't. I'm doing everything I can, but nothing works. Meanwhile, people like Willow just get pregnant so easily. Why does she get to have everything, and I don't?
I do understand. I know how hard it is. I've been through the same thing. I didn't have a disease like you, but I was still left infertile. I lost my ability to have children years ago. My ex-husband's mother pushed me down the stairs while I was pregnant, and after that, I couldn't carry a child. I tried everything, but it was too late. My ex-husband didn't help me through it. In the end, we divorced. I know the pain, Jamie, but I had to come to terms with it. And I don't want you to go down a path that'll only make things worse.
Oh, Amber, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
I know how badly you want a child, and I understand that feeling. I know infertility treatments are painful. I know it's hard when nothing seems to work. But you can't take someone else's child to fill the void inside you. It will never make things better.
I don't know what to do. I just wanted to be a mom so badly. It feels like everyone else gets what they want, and I'm stuck in this endless cycle of disappointment.
I know how it feels, but you've got people who care about you. Your husband, your family, and your friends, they're all here to support you. And you don't have to go through this alone, but taking Willow's child isn't the answer. It's just going to cause more pain for everyone involved. You need to let this go and focus on healing and the support around you.
You're right, Amber. I've been so selfish. I've hurt Willow, and I don't even know why I did this. I just feel so lost, but now I see it. I need to let go of this. I'm so sorry, Amber. I'm sorry for everything.
I'm glad to hear that, Jamie. You're not alone in this. Maybe you should think about seeing a counselor. I can recommend the places where I went. It helped me when I was at my lowest, and it could help you too. Take your husband and go. And when you're ready, you can apologize to Willow, but first, you need to heal.
Yes, you're right. I'll go talk to Daniel and figure this out. Thank you, Amber. I don't know what I would have done without you.
You're welcome. Take care of yourself, Jamie, and get the help you need. I'll always be here for you.
Thank you. I'll do better. I promise.
After everything had settled down, Jamie, with the encouragement of Amber and Daniel, decided to attend counseling. The idea of facing her own feelings and understanding the impact of her actions on others was something that clearly weighed on her mind. The decision to seek help wasn't an easy one for her, but it was a step towards healing. Amber, who had been a constant source of support for Jamie, along with Daniel, who had seen the effects of her behavior on both herself and those around her, had both gently guided her towards this decision. They knew that Jamie needed to come to terms with her actions in a way that only professional guidance could offer. It wasn't just about fixing what had happened, it was about making sure that Jamie could move forward, healthier and more self-aware. For a long time, Jamie had been dealing with the consequences of her choices, and it was clear to anyone who knew her well that she carried a heavy burden. But as she began to attend counseling, something started to shift in her. She was no longer the same person who had made those rash decisions. There was a new sense of clarity in her eyes, a hint of peace that hadn't been there before. Jamie was learning to face the things that had haunted her, both emotionally and mentally. And she was beginning to understand how those things had affected her and the people around her. It wasn't an overnight change. It took time, but Jamie was committed to it. One day, not long after she had started counseling, I received a letter from Jamie. It was a handwritten apology, heartfelt and sincere. She expressed her regret for everything that had happened between us. She wrote about how deeply she regretted the pain she had caused and how much she had come to understand the consequences of her actions. There was something raw in her words, something vulnerable, that told me this wasn't just an apology for the sake of making amends. It was an apology because Jamie genuinely recognized her mistakes. In the letter, she shared how much she had changed over the past few months. Jamie spoke about her struggles, her journey through counseling, and the emotional growth she had experienced during that time. But perhaps the most unexpected part of the letter came when she talked about her decision regarding fertility treatments. It was something that had always been a dream of hers, and yet, for reasons that were deeply personal, she had put it on hold for a long time. In the letter, Jamie expressed her desire to try again. She wrote that once she felt mentally and physically stable, she would like to pursue fertility treatments once more. She had never given up on the dream of becoming a mother, but for a long time, the emotional weight of everything she had gone through had made it difficult for her to even consider it. Now, however, it seemed that she had regained the strength to try again. That was a significant moment for her, taking the step to openly talk about her future goals and the healing she was experiencing. It wasn't just a matter of apologizing for the past, it was about recognizing that her journey wasn't over. There was still hope, still a chance for her to create the future she had once envisioned, and it was a future where she could be a mother, something she had dreamed of for so long. Time passed, and I tried to process everything. I had always wished for Jamie's healing, but seeing her take ownership of her actions and taking concrete steps toward a better life was a kind of resolution I didn't know I needed. She was no longer the same person who had hurt me in the past. There was growth and maturity in her, and even though the past couldn't be erased, there was a glimmer of hope in the letter that spoke to her genuine effort to make things right. Then, a year and a half later, I received another letter from Jamie. This time it came with pictures of her, her husband, and a small ultrasound image. It was a moment of pure joy and excitement for her, one that she wanted to share. She had finally achieved what she had worked so hard for. Her fertility treatments had been successful, and she was pregnant. I could tell from the photos that this was a moment she had dreamed about for so long, and now it was finally happening. The joy in her letter was undeniable, and as I read it, I felt a wave of emotion wash over me. There was a part of me that was deeply happy for her, knowing that she had made it through the struggles and was now on the path to something truly wonderful. It had been such a long and difficult journey for Jamie, and seeing her on the other side of it, so full of hope and happiness, was a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit. Jamie had faced her mistakes, learned from them, and had not let them define her. Instead, she had chosen to move forward, heal, and create the life she had always wanted. The news of her pregnancy was a reflection of all the hard work she had put into herself, and the way she had worked to build a new life for herself and her family. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, listen to me. I am so tired of this. It's all just too much. What happened? Are you okay, Trisha? Something seems off. Did something happen? You've been a bit out of sorts today.
Well, yesterday, one of the seniors from my circle, you know, the one who's always trying to get me involved in things, told me I had to go to this group date, and I ended up going because she insisted. I wasn't really interested in it, honestly. It wasn't my idea, but she kept saying how it would be a great experience for me, and I felt like I had to go. You know how it is when they give you that kind of pressure.
Oh, I see. So you went away, and what happened when you got there? Did it turn out the way you thought it would, or did something unexpected happen?
Well, there wasn't really anyone I could connect with, you know? But the thing is, all of the guys were totally into me. It was like they couldn't take their eyes off me, and I wasn't sure if I liked it. Honestly, it got uncomfortable. And the worst part, the other girls at the table, they were giving me these looks like daggers. I could feel them glaring at me the whole time. I'm not even exaggerating. And then the senior, she just had to make a big scene and scold me, saying, "Don't let them bully you alone, Trisha, get a grip." I mean, you'd think she would have known what she was getting me into by inviting me, right? But no, she acted all innocent, like it wasn't her fault. It was so awkward, and I felt like I was stuck in this mess. It was too much.
Oh, I get it now. It sounds so stressful. I can't even imagine how you must have felt, but I guess it's over now, right? You won't have to go to another one of those for a while.
You'd think so, right? But no. The same senior texted me later and invited me to another one next week. Can you believe it? She is relentless. And honestly, I'm starting to feel like I'm just being used. Like when I show up, it's supposed to make the guys more eager to join in, you know? Like I'm some kind of prize or something. I don't even have time to deal with this stuff. I've got my own life, but she just keeps pushing me into it.
Why don't you just say no next time? Tell her you're busy or that you have something else planned.
I mean, I could do that, right? But then there's the thing about everyone else wanting to see me. I'm bored, yeah, but it's like when you're surrounded by people and they want to look at you. You know, like a beautiful flower in a garden. People want to admire it every once in a while, get a glimpse, and feel better. I guess I feel like I owe them that. When I get invited, I show up and I let them enjoy it. It's like an obligation, being the girl everyone wants to see. It's not as great as people think. It's exhausting, though.
I don't really get it, but I guess if it makes you happy, then I can't say much. It's your choice in the end, right?
Well, yeah, maybe, but you know what? I've been thinking about it, and I might stop going to these group dates soon anyway. Actually, there's someone I've started seeing. I don't know if I mentioned it, but yeah, there's someone I'm kind of into now.
Wait, seriously? Since when did that happen? You never told me about this person.
Oh, well, it's someone from the same university as me. We actually bumped into each other the other day, and when I walked past, he stopped me and told me that he'd fallen for me the moment he saw me. Can you believe that? He said it all so confidently, and I didn't know what to do at first. He asked me out right there, and honestly, I was kind of flustered, but after talking for a bit, I agreed to exchange phone numbers. Now he's been texting me every day, trying to win me over with all this sweet talk.
I can't lie, I kind of like him too. I wasn't expecting it, but here we are, and I'm starting to think maybe I should give this a shot. Oh wow, I had no idea. Congratulations though. So what's he like? I'm dying to know more. You actually know him too. Can you guess who it is? Wait, what? I know him? Someone I know who would fall for you? This is a tough one. I'm not sure. Who is it? It's Brett. You know, the handsome guy from the law department. Yeah, he's the one. What? Brett, are you serious right now? You do know him, right? You've seen him around. Well, yeah, I know him, but wait, hold on. You're telling me that Brett is your boyfriend? No way, that's impossible. Are you pulling my leg? I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. Brett's my boyfriend now. Every night he texts me telling me he loves me. He says I'm so much cuter than you. I know it might be hard for you to hear, but that's how it is. No way. This has to be some kind of joke, right? Brett isn't like that. He's not the kind of guy who'd say that. You're lying. Well, you know what? He just doesn't act the same around you, that's all. He can't be his true self when he's with you, but when it's just me and him, it's different. I'm the one he's choosing now. Can't believe what I'm hearing right now. I mean, I haven't even broken up with Brett. He hasn't said a word about this to me. We're fine. He's never even mentioned you, so what's going on here? You must be mistaken. You and Brett? No way. But it's true, though. We are dating. Actually, we've got our first date planned for this weekend at this cute cafe. It's going to be amazing. And you know what? Maybe one day Brett will decide he doesn't want to be with you anymore. It's bound to happen eventually. But hey, don't take it too hard, okay? It's not your fault. I mean, it's really just that I am too perfect for him to resist, you know? I'll let you know how our date goes. Anyway, I've got to go now. Bye-bye. Wait, Trisha, hold on. Stop. What are you talking about? This can't be real. You have to be joking. Hey, Brett, did something happen with Trisha?
Huh? What do you mean? Did that girl say something to you?
That girl? Wait, is there something going on with her? Can you tell me more about what's going on?
Well, it was about a week ago. I was just walking around campus when suddenly she called out to me. And I remembered she was your friend, so I thought it'd be nice to chat with her for a bit. Then out of nowhere, she asked me for my phone number. And after that, from that very same day, she started sending me non-stop texts, like really late at night. I'd get messages until way past midnight. Recently, even in class, she's been texting me non-stop. And if I don't reply, she starts calling me until I pick up. I didn't know how to handle it at first, to be honest. It was kind of overwhelming.
Wait, what? That happened? Why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
I didn't want to worry you. I thought, well, you're her friend, so I wasn't sure if it would be appropriate to block her, and I didn't want to cause a scene. Honestly, I should have told you earlier, but I didn't want to make things worse. Sorry about that.
No, it's not about that, but wait, you didn't tell me this part. Trisha's been going around saying that she confessed to you and that you two are already dating. She even said that you have a date planned for the day after tomorrow.
What? No way! That's ridiculous. We didn't make any promises like that, and I'm definitely not dating her. I'm never gonna be with her, no matter what. I don't even think she's my type, to be honest. Who would even go for someone like her?
Well, she keeps saying she's so popular and everyone's obsessed with her. She's acting like she can't handle all the attention.
Are you serious? That girl with that sticky, unkempt hair? She doesn't do any exercise, and she's got this constant belly showing because of how she slouches all the time. She doesn't even seem like she showers regularly, and her whole vibe is just... Well, she's always in those ratty old sweatpants. Who would ever even think about being with someone like that?
But you know what she said? She told me she was the star of that group date you went on the other day. She said all the guys were completely captivated by her, that they couldn't stop paying attention to her.
Oh, that group date? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was actually pretty legendary in a way.
Legendary? What do you mean by that?
Well, you see, at that group date, the moment we all sat down, there was a whole situation that happened. Let me give you the rundown.
You won't believe this, but guess what? I went on the most amazing date with Brett yesterday. I honestly didn't expect it to go so well, but it was incredible. We just clicked, you know?
Oh, wow, really? Sounds like you had a good time. Glad to hear it.
Oh, please don't act all nonchalant about it. I know you're probably sobbing inside because, let's face it, he's my boyfriend now. Sorry if that stings.
Huh? What are you talking about? You're just going to rub it in my face like that?
No. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but if you feel that way, it's okay. You can admit it. I know what it's like. Honestly, I get it. It's tough, right? Seeing someone take what you thought was yours. But don't worry, I'm not gonna gloat. I just wanted to share how amazing it was, that's all. I'm sorry, I really am if this is too much. But it happened, and now we're together. I mean, you knew it was bound to happen, right?
Well, it's fine, I guess. I mean, I'm not upset about it. Honestly, though, I think you're just lying to yourself. This whole thing just doesn't feel real to me.
Lie? What are you even talking about? I can't believe you're questioning this. You don't want to believe it, but Brett is mine, okay? We're officially together, and nothing you say is going to change that. It's like, finally, right? It took us a while to get here, but he's made it clear. He's not interested in anyone else. He said it himself. He told me I was what he needed. You have to accept it. You don't have a choice.
Wait, so you really went on a date with Brett yesterday? After all this time?
Yes, and it was incredible. We went to this super stylish cafe. The place was beautiful, soft lighting, cozy seats, and the atmosphere was just perfect. Brent was so attentive, so sweet. He was so into me. I felt like I was the only girl in the world. It was one of those moments where you just know. We were just together. It felt so real. I don't know how to explain it. It was our moment. It was perfect.
That's strange, because Brett was with me yesterday, the entire day. He didn't mention you once. You sure you didn't just dream up this perfect date?
Wait, what? You're saying... What? Are you serious right now? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that Brett and I spent the whole day together. You know, at the bar, at our regular spot, just hanging out. I have photos to prove it. We even shared drinks, laughed a lot. You didn't think I wouldn't know, did you? You really think Brett would go out with you while we were together?
Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. How can you say that? Brett and I were texting all night. He told me he was thinking about me. He said he couldn't wait to see me again. That's why I'm so sure we're together. I don't believe you.
Really? Because it sounds like you're just convincing yourself. Here's the truth, Jess. He wasn't with you. He was with me at the bar, and it was a real date. You're the one lying here, not me. But don't worry, I'll show you. See? It was real. It's not something I'm making up.
What? No way. That's just impossible. You're lying. That's not even Brett. No way. I can't believe you. You're so full of it. I'm not going to let you drag me down like this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend your fantasy? It's cute how you keep pretending, but let's be real here. I'm not the one who's delusional. You're living in a dream world where you think you can just take whatever you want. But you can't, Jess. It's not working like that. He's not yours. He's mine. And deep down, you know it.
You don't understand. I am the one everyone wants. I am beautiful. I am better than everyone else, and that's how it's always been. And I don't care what you say. He's mine now. No matter what you think, it doesn't change that.
Oh, please. I'm so tired of hearing this. You really think you're better than everyone else? You honestly believe that just because you think you're pretty, you can treat people like garbage? That's the part you don't get. Looks aren't everything. And it's your attitude that makes you unbearable. You're rude, you're entitled, you think the world owes you something. That's why people can't stand you. Not because you're beautiful, but because you're toxic. And guess what? Brett doesn't want that.
No, you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not toxic. I'm amazing. I'm worth it, and if you can't see that, then that is your problem. But I'm not going to sit here and let you tell me I'm anything less than perfect. You just want to tear me down because you're jealous. You can't stand that I'm happy that he chose me, not you.
No, Jess, I'm not jealous. I'm honestly just tired of you hurting people. You think you're the center of the universe, but you're not. Brett's tired of you too. In fact, he's been blocking you. His friends too. They all just want you to leave them alone. He doesn't need you, and he certainly doesn't want you. That's the truth, and you'd better accept it.
No, you can't just do this to me. I'm supposed to be the one they want. I'm the one everyone's supposed to look at. I deserve to be the one in the spotlight, not you. Why isn't anyone listening to me? Why can't everyone just do what I say?
Because that's not how life works, Trisha. You can't force people to care about you. You can't make them see you the way you want them to. You can't take people's attention by acting like an entitled, selfish brat. And the worst part? You're blind to your own flaws. You think you've got everything figured out, but really? You're just isolating yourself more and more. And it's only a matter of time before you push everyone away.
You're wrong. You're all just jealous of me. I'm better than you all. I should be the one everyone loves. I'm not going to change for anyone, and you can't stop me.
I'm done with this, Trisha. You can scream and yell all you want, but it's not going to change anything. You're just digging your own grave. So go ahead, keep acting like the world revolves around you, but don't come crying when it all falls apart. I'm blocking you. For good this time. After everything that happened, I made the decision to block Trisha's phone number and all of her social media accounts. I didn't want any further communication with her, not after everything she had done. I had already tried to be patient and understanding with her, but after all the manipulative behavior and the way she had treated not just Brett, but others around her, I couldn't justify letting her continue to be a part of my life. It wasn't just about protecting myself anymore. It was about cutting ties with someone who had crossed too many lines. Trisha had always had a certain way of manipulating people to get what she wanted, but when it came to her interactions with men, it seemed to reach new heights. She was relentless, messaging men she barely knew and forcing them into conversations they didn't want to have, just like what she had done with Brett. It was disturbing to watch, and I couldn't understand how she thought this kind of behavior would be acceptable. She wasn't just pursuing attention, she was actively pushing people into uncomfortable situations, demanding responses from them, whether they wanted to engage or not. The way she harassed Brett was just the beginning, and I was horrified to realize that it wasn't an isolated incident. From what I had heard, Trisha didn't seem to learn from her past mistakes. Instead of trying to change her approach, she repeated her behavior, trying to get the same reactions from other people. But the more people she tried, the more isolated she became. The other students at the university caught on to what she was doing, and before long, she had alienated almost everyone around her. When you keep pushing people away, eventually there's no one left to turn to, and that's exactly what happened to Trisha. I'm sure it wasn't easy for her. No one likes to be ignored or rejected, but she had brought it upon herself. She kept reaching out, trying to interact with people who weren't interested in her behavior, and yet she couldn't seem to understand why they weren't responding. I remember hearing stories from others who had been on the receiving end of her harassment. They'd tell me how uncomfortable they felt when she approached them out of nowhere, demanding their attention. Some of them even said they tried to be polite at first, but as the days went on, it became clear that she wasn't just interested in casual conversation. She was after something more, and she wasn't going to stop until she got it. I think, eventually, the constant rejection started to take its toll on Trisha. Her need for attention seemed to overshadow everything else, and it became clear that she was no longer just trying to form connections. She was trying to fill some deep-seated void within herself. When people keep shutting her down, I imagine it must have felt like a punch to the gut every single time. But that's the thing about trying to force connections. They're never genuine. And in the end, she was left feeling more alone than ever. As her attempts to reach out continued to be ignored, Trisha's behavior grew even more erratic. It wasn't long before she stopped showing up to class altogether. It was as if she had given up completely. Maybe she had finally realized that no one was going to take her seriously anymore. Or maybe she had just reached a breaking point where the constant isolation became too much for her to bear. Whatever the reason, Trisha disappeared from the university scene, no longer a part of the social dynamic she had once tried so hard to insert herself into. I didn't know what to think when I heard that Trisha had stopped coming to campus. Part of me felt relief. At least I wouldn't have to deal with her anymore. The thought of not having her constantly lurking around or trying to invade my space was a welcome change. But at the same time, I couldn't help but feel a twinge of sadness. I didn't want to feel sorry for her, but I couldn't deny that it was hard to not wonder what had happened to her. She had pushed so many people away, but underneath all of that, she was still a person. What had driven her to this point? Was she really okay? Or was this just the beginning of a deeper downward spiral? I think a part of me wanted to believe that Trisha could change, that she could somehow learn from her mistakes and come to understand why her actions had hurt so many people. But another part of me realized that she wasn't interested in change. She was stuck in a pattern of behavior that she couldn't break free from, and as long as she kept trying to manipulate and control her environment, she would never be able to form real, meaningful relationships with anyone. It's strange because for a while I had thought that maybe we could work things out. Maybe I could help her see the error of her ways, or at the very least, we could find a way to coexist without all the drama. But after everything that happened, I realized that some people just aren't capable of change. Not until they're ready to take responsibility for their actions and recognize the harm they've caused. And unfortunately, Trisha wasn't there yet. Eventually, the news that she had stopped coming to class seemed to spread throughout the university. Some people were concerned, wondering what had happened to her, while others were simply glad that the chaos had finally quieted down. There was no longer the constant fear of what she might do next, no longer the uncertainty of whether she would harass someone else or create another scene. For those of us who had been directly affected by her behavior, it was a welcome break. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Courtney, the second you see this, get to your parents' house. No, scratch that. Just come home now. I'll be at the station to pick you up. Get here now.
Whoa, chill. I just got out of the bath. I didn't have my phone with me. What's up?
What's up? What the hell do you think is up? I told you to come home immediately.
You need to calm down. I told you I'm on a business trip. I can't just drop everything and come home. I'm still working.
Stop lying. Just stop. I already know everything.
What are you even talking about? Know what?
The business trip you left for at the start of the week? I know it was a lie.
What the hell? A lie? You're making no sense.
Don't even try to deny it. I have proof. I got sent something today.
What the hell? Where did you get this?
What do you think? That's you and your affair partner on a nice little trip together.
Who sent you this? How the hell did you get this photo?
Oh, you'll love this. It was from your boyfriend. He was kind enough to send me a message. Told me he was on vacation with his girlfriend and wanted to rub it in. Imagine his surprise when I told him you were my wife.
No. This isn't what it looks like. I'm being blackmailed.
Blackmailed?
Yes! I was just walking down the street one day and this guy grabbed me. He forced himself on me. He then said if I didn't do what he wanted, he'd leak pictures of it everywhere. I didn't have a choice.
Are you serious? That's your story?
It's the truth. You have to believe me.
Right, because that makes total sense. You're telling me some random guy just picked you out, assaulted you, and then blackmailed you into a week-long romantic getaway? And this whole time you couldn't tell me, not even once.
He threatened me. I was scared.
Yeah, see, the problem is I already know the truth, and it has nothing to do with blackmail.
What?
I know you signed up for a dating app. I know you've been sneaking around, meeting guys behind my back. I know you told your little boyfriend that you were a single college student. I know you took a flight to a hot spring resort with him.
No way. How do you know all of that?
I told you, your affair partner sent me the pictures. But think about it. Why do you think I even have a way to talk to him in the first place? Because he's my colleague.
Wait, what?
That's right. Your precious boyfriend is Max. We've worked together for years.
No way. Max? You're joking.
Not joking. Remember how he was so excited about his younger girlfriend? Yeah, that was you. And he was looking forward to taking her on a trip. He had no idea she was my wife. You should have seen his face when I told him. He looked like he was about to throw up. He kept saying, I had no idea she was married. I had no idea she had a kid. The guy's been played just as much as I have.
So, you really know everything, huh?
Yeah?
Well, whatever. No point in hiding it anymore. Fine. Yeah, I cheated. I had an affair. So what?
You're just gonna act like it's no big deal?
Why not? I mean, you already found out, right? What's the point in making excuses?
The point is you should be apologizing, not sitting here acting like none of this matters.
Apologizing? What for? It's not like you're gonna forgive me, are you? You're going to divorce me no matter what I say, right? So why waste my breath?
You really are unbelievable. You betrayed me. You betrayed our son. And you don't feel even a little bit sorry for that?
Whatever, it doesn't matter because I'm leaving you anyway. I'm divorcing you and I'm going to marry Max.
You sure about that?
Obviously. Max makes just as much money as you do, right? So he's the better choice. I'll be way happier with him. And of course, I'm taking Kai with me. He'd be better off with me and Max anyway.
Oh, really? Then let me ask you something. Where is Max right now?
He said he was going to the bathroom.
No, he's at the airport. He booked the earliest flight out of there the moment he found out the truth. He left you, Courtney. He wants nothing to do with you.
No, that's not possible.
He told me himself. He said, I can't believe I slept with a married woman. I feel sick. Then he left.
That's just because I'm still married to you. Once I divorce you, it won't matter anymore. He'll come back.
You really believe that? You think a guy who just ran away from you like that is gonna take responsibility for anything? He wants nothing to do with you. You're on your own.
No, that's not true.
Keep telling yourself that if it makes you feel better. But I'm done with you. I'll be filing for divorce first thing tomorrow.
Fine, I don't care. I don't need you anyway.
You sure about that? Because I'm taking Kai.
What? No, you can't. Kai is my son.
Yeah, and you left him to go have an affair. A court is gonna love hearing that.
You can't do this to me.
I didn't do anything. You did this to yourself.
Wait, before you go, why have you been saying things like, in times like this and at moments like this? What are you talking about? Oh, and you mentioned something about coming home quickly. Did something happen? Why are you acting like this is just another casual conversation? I don't understand. What do you mean by all this? It doesn't make sense to me.
The thing is, my father-in-law passed away.
What? No, you can't be serious. What are you talking about?
It happened just about 5 hours ago, give or take.
5 hours ago? Are you telling me... What do you mean? Why? I don't get it. He wasn't sick. He was fine just the other day, wasn't he? He was so healthy. He was in perfect shape just a little while ago. What happened to him? This doesn't make sense.
Today there was a robbery at your parents' house. The thief had a knife and your father-in-law was stabbed by him. He was trying to protect Kai, who just happened to be visiting your parents' house at the time.
No way. Are you seriously saying this happened? Why would you make up something so horrible?
I'm not making it up. This is the truth. My brother-in-law immediately caught the thief and called the police. My father-in-law was rushed to the hospital, but it was already too late. Even though he was still conscious for a while, he passed away not long after I got to the hospital.
What are you saying? No, this can't be real. It can't be. I don't believe you. Please, you're lying to me, aren't you? It can't be true. It just can't.
I'm not lying. This is exactly what happened. Max even sent me the picture. I was planning on confronting you about this when you got home today, but I never expected something like this to happen.
Wait, hold on. Are you really serious? Are you really telling me that my father's gone? He's gone?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Your father, before he passed away, said something. He said, "I'm glad I was able to protect Courtney and Billy's precious child." He also said, "If Kai is safe, then I have no regrets." Those were his last words.
Oh my God. Dad, I can't believe this. How could this happen?
To think that such a wonderful man, such a kind, caring father, was in such a dangerous situation, and you were out there with some other man having fun, not even coming back to your family in this time of need. Do you have any idea what you've done? This is the height of selfishness. Do you have any idea what your actions have done?
But I didn't know. How was I supposed to know something like this was happening? I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. Wait, I'll come back right away. Where are you? At the hospital. Tell me where to go.
No, don't come back. Don't come back just yet. This message has already been shown to my mother and brother-in-law, and they are furious. You have no idea how angry they are. They've said that you're never welcome in this house again. They don't even want you to attend the funeral.
What? What do you mean I can't go to my father's funeral? Why are you saying this? Why are you saying I can't even attend the funeral? It's my father's funeral, for goodness sake. This makes no sense. What kind of person would stop their own daughter from attending her father's funeral?
It's because as soon as they see your face, it's going to cause a huge scene. They're afraid that things will get out of hand. We don't want any sort of commotion at your father's funeral. It's already a painful time for everyone, and you've made this worse. Also, I'm busy. I have to take care of Kai's emotional needs and handle all the funeral arrangements. I don't have time for your drama right now. Honestly, it would be better if you didn't come at all. It would make everything easier.
But my brother is here to help with the funeral arrangements. Kai's emotional well-being should be handled by me. I'm his mother, for God's sake. No one knows him like I do. That's my job. You don't have the right to decide what's best for him. As his mother, I have every right to care for him, especially in this crisis. This is my responsibility.
You don't need to be involved in this. When your real father was on his deathbed, you were busy fooling around with someone else. You weren't even answering your phone. When we confronted you, you didn't show a single ounce of regret. You didn't even apologize. And now you want to act like everything is fine? You don't have the right to be around Kai. You've lost that privilege.
What do you mean, I don't have the right? I am his mother. I gave birth to him. After the divorce, I will take Kai, and you will have no say in it. You have no claim on him. I'm the one who will raise him. Stop pretending like you have any control over my son's life. You don't get to make decisions for him. It is over between us. You are nothing more than a stranger in his life now.
No, you are not taking full custody. Max has already told me that he will not marry you, and your mother has said that you're never welcome here again. You can't rely on anyone in your family to help you, and you'll have to pay alimony. You think you can raise Kai on your own? How exactly are you going to do that? You really think you can just carry on as if nothing happened?
I will marry Max. We'll be fine. We don't need anyone else's help. I will take care of everything on my own. And the alimony will be offset by child support. I will manage without your family, without anyone. I'll make sure Kai has everything he needs. I will raise him without your help, without your interference. You can't stop me.
You're delusional if you think everything will just go your way. It won't. No matter what happens, I will not give up custody of Kai. If it means fighting you to the bitter end, then I will. I'll hire a lawyer and do whatever it takes to make sure you don't get away with this. I'm not backing down. You have no idea what you're up against. I won't let someone like you take my son away.
A lawyer? You really think that's going to make a difference? You're underestimating me. I am Kai's mother. I've always been there for him, and I'll continue to be. He is still a little boy, and he needs his mom. Do you really think you can just take him from me? Are you that heartless? Do you really want to take him away from the one person who loves him more than anything in the world?
Honestly, Kai would be better off without a mother like you. You've already shown your true colors. Your affair, your blatant disregard for your family, your selfishness. It's all so clear now. You don't deserve to be part of Kai's life anymore. If I could protect him from you, I would.
But I'm coming back. I'm going to the funeral. I will not be stopped. I won't let you dictate this. The divorce and the custody battle can wait, but my father's funeral is something you can't control. I will be there.
If you want to come back, you can. But your mother has already said you're not welcome at the funeral. You'll probably be kicked out. But if you want to try, go ahead. It's up to you.
Don't lie to me. You can't do this. You can't kick me out of my father's funeral. I won't let you. You can't just take this away from me.
Go ahead and keep believing whatever you want, but I can tell you one thing for sure. There's no place for you here anymore. Not in this family, not in Kai's life. You're done! After everything had calmed down, Courtney decided to return to Gifu, intending to attend her father's funeral. However, as soon as she showed up, she was greeted with an overwhelming storm of emotions. Her mother-in-law and brother-in-law, both in grief, reacted violently. With tears streaming down their faces, they slapped her across the face. Their sorrow was mixed with an uncontainable anger at everything she had done, the damage she had caused to their family. Without a word, they forcibly pushed her away from the house, preventing her from even paying her respects or saying goodbye to her father. Courtney stood there in the cold, completely helpless. She cried out, begged for even a moment to say her final goodbyes, but her pleas were ignored. She was reduced to nothing more than a shadow, cast out at the moment when she should have been with family, offering her condolences and receiving theirs. It was a heartbreaking spectacle, one that unfolded like a cruel reminder of everything that had gone wrong. Courtney had thought that returning, showing up to the funeral, would somehow fix things, would offer her a way to mend broken relationships. Instead, it only deepened the rift between her and the people she had once called family. It wasn't just the family she had been married into, it was her own family, her own life that she was losing. With each passing moment, her world grew smaller, and she was left with only herself. The funeral itself was somber, a time to mourn the loss of a loved one, but for me, it was also a time to reflect on everything that had come before. I couldn't focus on the ceremony as much as I might have wanted to. The emotional weight of the situation was too heavy, and the thought of Courtney and what she had become loomed over everything. After the ceremony concluded, I knew I could no longer avoid what I had to do. The marriage, the relationship, the years we had spent together, none of it mattered anymore. She had made her choices, and those choices had consequences that we could no longer ignore. I had made the decision to end it. I hired a lawyer and filed for divorce. There was no other way. Courtney had repeatedly proven that she was not the person I had once known, and certainly not the partner I needed. With each lie, each betrayal, each time she chose herself over Kai or me, the distance between us grew. It was clear that the love we once shared was gone, eroded by her actions and her inability to recognize the harm she had caused. The idea of continuing down the path of trying to fix what was broken seemed not only unrealistic but unhealthy for all of us, especially Kai. He needed stability, consistency, and love, not this broken, toxic situation. Courtney wasn't ready to give up, though. She fought back with all her might, trying to hold on to whatever she could. She argued that marrying Max would make her financially stable, that there was no reason she couldn't take care of Kai. She even went as far as to insist that she was the right parent to have custody, despite everything that had happened. She painted a picture of herself as the loving mother who had simply made some mistakes, but was now ready to start anew. But it wasn't that simple. Max, the man she had hoped would fix everything, made it clear that he wasn't willing to take on the responsibility of raising Kai. He didn't want to be a father to someone else's child, especially when the mother had demonstrated such a lack of responsibility. And Kai, he wanted nothing to do with Courtney. He had seen too much, experienced too many broken promises, and he had lost the trust he once had in her. The court, seeing the situation for what it was, awarded me full custody of Kai. It was a decision that seemed inevitable given everything that had transpired, and yet it wasn't an easy victory. It was a hollow one. I didn't want to take Kai away from his mother, but I couldn't allow her to continue dragging him through her own mess. She had made her choices, and now she had to live with the consequences. The court also ordered her to pay child support and alimony, which was meant to help cover the cost of raising Kai. She wasn't happy about it, but there was little she could do. At that point, she had no one to turn to for help. Max had rejected her, and her own family was too hurt to offer any kind of support. In the months that followed, I did my best to keep things as normal as possible for Kai. We began the slow process of healing, of rebuilding our lives. There were moments of sadness, of course. There were nights when I would see Kai looking at old pictures of his mother, wondering where she had gone and why things couldn't go back to the way they were. It broke my heart seeing him so lost and confused. But we were in this together, and we would make it through. I would be the one to guide him through these turbulent times, to help him find his way and heal from the pain that Courtney had caused. I still visited my in-laws from time to time, bringing Kai along. I knew how important it was for him to have those connections, to have a sense of family, even if it wasn't the same family he had known before. His grandparents still loved him, and they had a bond with him that I didn't want to break. Our visits were always quiet and sometimes awkward, but we managed. Courtney wasn't a part of those visits, though. There was no way I could let her back into our lives, not after everything that had happened. It was a sad reality, but one that we had to live with. Meanwhile, Courtney's life seemed to spiral further. She ended up in a dilapidated apartment living in poverty. The life she had imagined for herself with Max had turned out to be nothing more than an illusion. Max had rejected her, and she was left to face the consequences of her actions alone. There was no one left to turn to, no one to offer a helping hand. The man she had believed would rescue her from all her problems had vanished, and she was left with nothing but the remnants of her mistakes. Her reputation, too, had been tarnished beyond repair. The affair, the lies, everything had caught up with her. Her colleagues at work had learned about it, and the whispers began. At her father's funeral, the same colleagues who had once admired her now looked at her with disdain. They turned away when she entered the room, giving her cold, judgmental stares. The social isolation must have been unbearable. She had gone from being someone with a certain level of respect to someone to be avoided. She no longer had a place at work, nor did she have a place in the social circles she had once moved in. She had made enemies of those who had once considered her a friend, and now she found herself alone with only her regrets for company. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.